supposed to know. See, be reasonable. Listen to me, madam. You're a wife. You're a lady. Listen to me when I talk. Whether you touched his nipple or not, that's not the contest. The guy said, Casa, you're touching my nipple. Do you care? I am not saying you touched his nipple. I am not saying you touched his nipple. He said, Cassia, you're touching my nipple.
Hey guys, welcome to Trending with Zainab. It's another Bbnaija update video here, and guys, it's day 24 in Biggie's house, and today has been absolutely dramatic, like nothing short of dramatic, guys. Funny, even like all the ships in the house gave problems, like all the shifts in the house had problems today, guys. All of them, maybe except Zinwe, but all of them, like, what are the odds that all the shifts in Biggie's house would have problems? From Doublekay to SHAUN and WANNI to SOOJ and NELLY to Tofa and Anita as well again, like all of them. I'm like, what did you people drink in Biggie's house? Did you people drink contaminated water, or what's in the food that people are eating? Anyways, I don't even know where to start from, because at some point I'm like, which chip do we even want to listen to? We're trying to listen to this one, trying to listen. Anyways, let's just dive into the video already. First, I think we should start with Doublekay. So Doublekay, of course, they are married. The money is married. So of course they are married, and if you've been following the show, you know that Kelly has been, should I say, very mindful of the way Cassia actually plays with the guys in the house. For Kelly, I think it's easier for him because I mean he's the one that's he's supposed to be doing the chasing, right? But for Cassia as well, I mean, it's guys that chase her. The first person that was chasing her in the house, Toby Forge, made his intentions known to her. In fact, he was like dropping lyrics for her as well. And I can say for a fact that Kelly Ray was actually a bit guarded when Toby was in the house, because even at some point there was a day that Cassia put her feet on Toby's laps, and Kelly did not find it funny. He called Cassia, telling her that she needs to set boundaries. That is from things like this that other things will start happening. If you give someone an inch, that's when they will take a mile. And to be honest, I actually understand what he's saying, right? But I feel like he should, maybe when he's talking to her, he should be calmer, a lot calmer, to pass his message across. So today apparently they were in the kitchen and Cassia was playing with Femi's nipples. So Femi now voiced that. I was like, Cassia, you're touching my nipples. So Kelly heard that and he was like, Cassia, stop. So Cassia didn't find it funny. She was even like, you take things too serious, and just walked out of the conversation. So at that point, of course, Kelly Ray did not say anything. But later in the evening, he went to have a conversation with Cassia, telling her that, why were you playing with his nipple? He said you were playing with his nipple and all that. Cassia, on the other hand, was like, oh, she wasn't playing with the nipple. Then Kelly Ray was not like, but he said you were playing with the nipple. I'm not even saying you were playing with it, but he actually said you were playing with it. Anyways, whichever one, just mind the way that you play with these guys, because now from clap 9 dance they start. So just mind it. But Cassia was not having it. She was like, that why are you always yelling at me? Anyway, she's not even going to play with the guy again. She's not even going to play with anybody again. That's what she said. Then Kelly Ray was not like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, listen to me. You are a wife. You are a lady. Listen to me. I just hope that you don't spoil things for us here. She should mind the way that she plays with the guys in the house and all that. Cassia was still like boning. She wasn't smiling at all. She felt like he was yelling at her. And I mean, that brings me to what I said earlier, that he could have passed his message, or just learned to pass his message in in a calmer way, to be honest, because you are in an enclosed space. Like, pressure is definitely going to come, and if you keep yelling, I mean, it may start to affect your relationship, to be honest. So anyways, I don't know where they stand now. I don't know if Cassia is going to continue playing with the guys, but according to her, she said she was going to stop playing with the guys. But Kelly Ray was like, I didn't say you should stop playing with the guys, that he doesn't want to be in a position where he will not be able to speak with her, to correct her as well. But yeah, I don't know how things are going to go, but I think this is actually their first fight in the house. First fight, because when he was talking to her about Toby Ford, she wasn't this agitated. So I don't know, but yeah, that's it for Doublekay. So guys, let's move to SOOJ and NELLY. So for SOOJ and NELLY's own, I don't even understand this one, to be honest. I mean, I understand where Nelly is coming from, but at the same time, I feel like she's not really understanding what is going on. She's letting her emotions cloud her judgment, to be honest, because she's not cool with this person in question. Anyways, I'm going to explain. So here is how everything started. So according to Nelly, they were on a table, just discussing about the female housemate, male housemate rather, and who they had moved to earlier in the house. So they talked about some other people. Then Chinwe now mentioned that there's this guy that moved to her in the house. Despite her being in a relationship in the house, the guy moved to her, the guy moved to Ruthie, to Victoria, and now he's with someone else, right? And it seemed like every other person on that table actually understood who they were talking about, understood who she was talking about, except Nelly and Anita. So they were mentioning names. Oh, who is the person? Is it Mayor Frosh? Chinwe was like, oh no. Then I think they mentioned Sooj at some point. And for every other person that they mentioned, her answer was like outright no. But for Sooj, she gave like a very funny answer, and that kind of indicated that it was actually Sooj that she was talking about. And in her words, like the person said that, oh, that Sooj said that, oh, he's interested in her or he likes her, but she's already taken, right? That's what Chinwe said. So Nelly, on the other hand, takes this matter to Sooj because, I mean, they are in a relationship, right? And this is the same people. I mean, these are the same people that um that said in sickness and in health and whatnot, doing vows of what I don't know the previous day, that was yesterday, and now they are here fighting, right? So, anyways, so this is how the conversation went. So she goes to Sooj and tells Sooj that what's happening. This is what Chinwe said, and yeah, this is the exact same thing she said. Were you interested in her? Did you tell her that you liked her? And he cannot be with her because she's with someone. And Sooj was like, yes, it happened, but he told her immediately that he was joking, right? And I mean, he didn't expect her to take it seriously. But for Nelly, like, it was not making sense. If you told her you were joking, like, why is she still holding on to it? Why is she spreading like the rumors around? Because a lot of people apparently know about this. I mean, it's just Nelly and Anita that do not know about this thing. And she also asked about the other people as well, Ruthie, that Chinwe mentioned, Victoria as well. And for Ruthie, Suj said that, I mean, Ruthie was always cooking for them. I think in the first week, was always cooking for them. She would even keep food for them. So, as a way to kind of appreciate and show gratitude to her, one day just asked her, you know, a question that he would like to know her better, and even following the breakdown she had for the first wager presentation, where she was talking about her pregnancy when she was still a teenager and all that. So he wanted to know her better, nothing attached. But he actually overheard when Ruthie was talking to someone in the dining area that was maybe a few weeks ago, that is like Suj likes her, is interested in her. And he heard that, but he did not confront her and whatnot. And Nelly was like, why did you not confront her? Like, you'd have just told her that, see, oh, this what you're thinking is not what it is. I just want to be friends with you and nothing more. Right. And guys, the thing that is even affecting Nelly the more, or should I say, yeah, affecting her, like the thing that is really paining her or hurting her so much is the fact that she's not in good terms with like Chimwe. They are always at loggerheads. Even Ruthie as well. She was not like really in good terms with her. So the thing is kind of hurting her so much. So that's why I'm like, I understand where she's coming from, right? So for Victoria as well, Suj was like, that that when they first came, that they were close to Sean, Shatoria, um and all that. So they had like, some conversations here and there, but there is nothing there. For me, this one, Suj actually lied for this one, to be honest, because because he actually liked Victoria, to be honest, and he made like advances towards her, but Victoria was not reciprocating. That's why he moved to Nelly. So going back to the conversation that Nelly and Suj were having, right? Nelly is now like, that even this conversation, like this Victoria zone, she's not even understanding. And when she was narrating it to Big Brother and Anita as well, she was like that he gave her a um politically correct answer, when it came to Victoria's own. So she's not even interested again. And when she was talking to Sue, she told him that it was a mistake that they even started talking in the first place. I was like, ouch, ouch, that hurts so much. So, anyways, they've been having issues since they stopped talking. Even Sue tried to talk to her, but she was not talking. She just told Sue to just leave her alone, that she wants to be and all that. And guys, Tofa and Anita Tova and Anita are supposed to be in a thing, or should I say in a situation shape. So what's happening to SOOJ and Nelly as well is also transferring to Tofa, because Anita too is also feeling some kind of way. She feels that okay, if SOOJ cannot be open, that means Tofa as well is hiding something that they don't know about, right? And according to Nelly, she's like, why was he not upfront with her? Because for her own situation, when it came to Mayor Fresh, that she told Suj about it, that see what's happening and see what's happening. So she doesn't understand why Suj did not was not open with her, because this house, that's the biggest house, is a small house. Like before you know it, things will start spreading and people start saying all sorts. And she thinks like very strongly that the reason she's having issues, or the reason Chinwe has issues with her, is because of this whole narrative. So she's like, Suit should just stay on his own and yeah, just let her be. Suit even went to speak with her, I think before bedtime, before they slept. She was just answering, like giving one word answer. And for me, I'm actually seeing it in a different light, to be honest. I just feel like Chinwe is trying to just poke her, because even I think 2 days ago she was speaking about Nelly and Suj with Zion. Then she mentioned the fact that even for Suit self, the ship self na the strategy, the ship with Nelly na the strategy, nothing more. So she's just trying to poke, and should I say she's even trying to scatter the ship as well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But Nelly is not seeing it in that light. She feels that Suj is not open with her, and I mean, why can't you? If you cannot be open with her, it's just better to just stay away from her. So yeah, I don't know how things are going to go, but they've not spoken since, and I mean, we can't nah. These people just gave promise now. Like Sue just gave her his grandma's necklace, was yesterday, I be 2 days ago, and now they're fighting. No, now in sickness and in health, all in the bin. I'll stand by you through thick and thin when the world is against me. All in the bin. Haba now. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. But hey, let's see how it's going to play. Guys, let's talk about Sean and Wani. So for this particular one, at some point, my head almost scattered, because I'm like, this thing is not supposed to have caused so much, like, and the thing lingered for so long. When it now came to resolving the issue, another phase again. I'm like, nah, you people are not going to scatter my head for me. So anyways, just before the power oil task, Sean and Wani had like a little disagreement, where Sean had told Wani that her hand was smelling like pee, and he even said that, oh, it could be his nose, it could be him, but yeah, this is what he's smelling, right? So Wani on the other hand did not find it funny. So, and they didn't have time to kind of make things right or talk about it, because the power all task was about to start. So, anyways, they go into the power all task. Wani, of course, emotional. Um, should I say, fortunately or unfortunately, Wani and Handi were game masters, so they didn't belong to any team. Um, so at some point during the task, another team, which was not Sean's team, allegedly cheated. I think until Big Brother now called them out, right? And Wani and Handi actually knew about it. So if Big Brother had not called them out, that team would have won, because at the end of the day, the marks were really close. At the end of the whole task, the marks were really close. So even before the end of the task, um, Sean, on the other hand, had already, like, he spoke during the task while the task was going on. He spoke, and they answered him like rudely, so that kind of pissed him off as well. So it felt like their emotion was just really clouding their judgment and all that. So, anyways, they didn't have time to really talk until after the task. Sean vexed, Wani still vexed as well, Handi still vexed as well. So Sean was having a conversation with Onyeka, explaining things like, how the whole thing started, how she started to give him attitude, what he said, and all that. So apparently, Onyeka was even there when Sean had even mentioned the whole your hand is smelling thing. So she said, oh, she was there, she heard everything that happened, and all that. And Sean and Onyeka were also on the same team. So, anyways, he just goes on to say she was really emotional, that it almost cost them their win, that everybody is there to win, everybody wants to win the money, everybody wants to win. So, how can you intentionally or maybe unintentionally want to like sabotage their win just because they had like a little misunderstanding before the game? So, anyways, fast forward till, because I mean the talk was so long, the talk with Onyeka was so long, it was like he cannot like be with somebody that will just be doing like some like dumb things because of emotions, allowing emotions like cloud her judgment and all that. So he wasn't really finding it funny. Like he was vexed for so long until later in the night he decided to have a conversation with the twins. So he just like poured out his mind, poured out his heart, saying that this almost cost them like their win. Like, why is she being emotional? Why was she being emotional? Just explaining and all that. So Wani and Handi were trying to also, defend themselves. Defend themselves, saying that this is not what happened. It was Handi that actually said what pissed Sean off during the task. And Sean was like, he still stood on business. It was like, it was sure like, this almost cost them. I'm like, hey, God, Sean is okay. Guys, it went on and on and on. And to be honest, I got really tired of the conversation because it was a lot. It was a lot. At some point, I think Sean was being is he Sean raised his voice. Wani was like, oh, don't raise your voice at me. If you know you are not come to have this conversation, let's have it some other time and all that. And she was trying to make him understand that I told you what happened. I even thought you were not vexed. Then all of a sudden, Handy told me that you were behaving in a certain kind of way, So she didn't understand what was happening. And yeah, moving on, I believe that Sean and Wani are good now because they slept together on the same bed. Even Handy was even tired from the whole conversation because, guys, it was a really, really long conversation and they were just going in circles and circles. So, anyway, that's that. Moving on to some good news. TJ is a father of twin boys now. His wife delivered two babies as twin boys. I think it happened on the 18th. They posted it on his page on the 18th or thereabouts. So yeah, but Big Brother announced today, and the whole house was really happy. It was a happy mood in the house. Everybody was happy for him. TJ was happy as well. So yeah, congratulations to TJ Baba Ibeji. So anyways, guys, I think that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.